Today, 250 students from across Miami-Dade public schools are touring the Freedom Tower. It's aimed at honoring November 7th, Victims of Communism Day. The shift from Miami to DC hasn't been easy for everyone, but for some, the challenges have made the experience even more meaningful. Right here in Billingual, Cape, Florida, volunteers are joining forces with Ocean Conservancy and Volunteer Cleanup in the celebration of International Coastal Cleanup's 40th anniversary. For years, students have relied on federal loans to help fund their dreams of graduate and professional school. But starting in 2026, that picture could look drastically different, leaving many to now wonder what comes next. This passport event is showing visitors that Florida's impact stretches far beyond celebrating its global connections, right here in Washington. Let's check it out. We're here at GEM headquarters, where volunteers are coming together to prepare these essential kits to hopefully relieve some of the stress that Hurricane Melissa might be leaving. They're looking for canned goods and non-perishable items. The police-involved shooting happened right behind us. Neighbors tell us that they were shocked, but officers say that they were forced to open fire. That car crashed right into this tree. As you can see, the damages are still left in the trunk. Turns out there are hotter places in the summer than Miami, and Washington, D.C. is one of them. Over 200 million people from across the country have felt the heat for several days now, from Utah to Michigan and Chicago to New York and even as far north as Maine. Records are broken with some areas reaching over 110 degrees. Analysts say climate change is driving more intense heat waves. Daily life here in DC is becoming a test of patience and stamina.
The heat has been really bad, obviously. We've had some crazy heat last week and this week. Last week was really bad, so this week is kind of a little bit more tamer. I actually had to get an inhaler recently because the heat has been so bad. So drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated, and trying to do mostly things inside has been best.
Even visitors are feeling the pressure. For those used to dry climates, DC's humidity adds another layer of stress, and health experts warn it increases the risk of heat-related illness.
Where I'm from particularly, it gets quite toasty, over 100, but always whenever I visit friends and family here, I have to buckle down and remember that I'm dealing with humidity too, which is a whole other hydration game, and try to time it right so I'm not out during peak hours, or I've got water with me if I do, that sort of thing.
Those who can't avoid the outdoors, like delivery drivers, staying cool is a challenge. But even as heat becomes more extreme, some locals say it's just another part of living here. Operation Pedro Pan was the largest recorded child refugee initiative in the Western Hemisphere. Over 14,000 unaccompanied Cuban children were sent to the U.S. between 1960 and 1962.
I hope that it reaches a lot of people because they have no clue of what's going on. And you should learn, and you should learn from what happened to us, and it's real people, and we have made it, and it's good, and we have not lost our roots, and that's what's important.
For Pedro Pan children, the exhibit is not just a tribute, but a chance to share their stories and assure future generations understand the cost of freedom.
And about these children had to leave their homes, but that they came here to the United States. What better place to tell this remarkable story than here in the nation's capital that has so many visitors from across the United States and from around the world.
The exhibit will remain open until December 10th. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Kaplan News, I'm Iglesias. We're here at Global Empowerment Mission, where volunteers have come out today to lend a helping hand to those that have been affected. And this is what Jamaica looks like just days after that Category 5 storm. Global Empowerment Mission, GEM, is one of the groups leading relief efforts.
So we've had over 1,000 volunteers since then come in, help us pack boxes of aid, hydration products, hygiene products. Also, we're getting some sandals separated because a lot of people have lost everything.
Volunteers are coming out every day to help in any way they can. They're sorting through hoodies and supplies to ship out to the islands. They're making a big difference from Miami all the way to the Caribbean. They're looking for clothing items, shoes, anything that you could bring that could help, as well as non-perishable items.